My name is Mark, and this is my wife, Sarah, and we are the Two Gamers. And today, we're here to talk to you about Mezen, a board game from Arcane Wonders.
Mezen. In Mezen, you will take on the role of a northern craftsman, creating intricate ornamental paintings to order. Combine symbols and flip tiles to accomplish goals and earn victory points. The player to earn the most victory points wins after the 10th round. No, it's shocking to you that the player with the most victory points wins.
That is amazing. That is so unique. I've never seen that before. Let's see how it plays.
Here is a game of Mezen set up for 3 players. Each round will have its own tile arrangement goal, indicated by the current round card, and only that and the next round card's goals will be revealed at any given time. The current active player will start the round by announcing one of the 5 animal symbols, and each player makes a connected group of that animal, or may pay the active player 1 amulet to use a different animal. The spruce is a wild that must be counted in an adjacent group. You may also increase a group's size by placing an amulet on an animal of a different type. Each player then removes all tiles in the group they formed and drops the remaining tiles to fill in the gaps. The removed tiles are flipped to their reverse sides and placed back in the now empty spaces of their 5x5 grid in any order. Victory points are now awarded based on the goal card of the current round. The active player rotates clockwise and a new round begins. At the end of the 5th and 10th rounds, each player also scores 1 point for each tile on the dark side and then light side, respectively. At the end of the game, everyone will score 1 point per remaining amulet and 1 point per tile with their own chosen symbol face up. The player with the most victory points wins.
So, as you can see, this is an abstract game. So the gameplay is just you're creating groups, sets, if you will, and fulfilling orders, or goals in this game.
Right.
And that is the gameplay.
That is the gameplay. It's an abstract game. I love abstract games. I'm a big abstract game fan.
Me, not so much.
Not so much.
I need a little more theme there. So this isn't one of my favorites.
I did still feel that there was enough of a strategy and enough of a bite to this game to make it really fun to play multiple times.
And it is an abstract game with a little more punch there. So someone like me who's not as big of a fan of abstract games, coming back to this one will have a little bit of a different feel than the last game, which gives it a little more variety that I appreciate.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about art. The visuals of the game. I think every time I see this game, and before we got it, I thought it was a Christmas game. Every single time I see it, I see the red, the white. I know there's no green to it, but I see this red, this white. Feels like this snowy, wintry scene. Every single time I see this game, I think Santa's Village, North Pole, snow, Christmas, and apparently that's not exactly the theme of the game.
Well, and the funny thing is, I think the art looks very Aztec. It has kind of an Aztec...
Like cave drawing, carving type thing.
And looks kind of Mayan in that sense.
I could see that too.
And so it is neither of those things. The theme here is actually Northern Russian craftsmen. So that is kind of funny that neither of us think that the art actually matches the theme.
What they were trying to get it to say.
But whatever, that's fine.
It's abstract, it doesn't matter. And it's art, art's subjective, right?
Yes, and I do like the art. The art is very good, the color palette is fun, with, again, as we said, the very stark white with a lot of red, a little bit of black, and then on the other side of those tiles, obviously you have very stark black with some red and white.
Right. I don't have any problem with the art, but every time I look at it, I feel like it should be December or January.
Yep. Components here are pretty much all chipboard, and that's fine for this game. I mean, if you wanted to make like a deluxe copy, you can make them tiles.
Oh, yeah.
But that unless you're like a super fan of this game, that is completely unnecessary.
They're really sturdy,
yeah.
good pieces. They are not going to get damaged. They're not going to get chipped, broken. I think you could probably spill a little bit of water on them and they'd still be okay. Well,
we recommend. You heard it here, folks.
Should I say don't quote me on that?
Yes, good quality materials, no problem. There isn't a whole lot of different things here anyway.
Mark, did you enjoy this game?
Well, kind of. I mean, it was fun for a play. I would. A better question is, would I play it again?
Right.
And the answer to that is, sure, I would play it again.
Mark will play it with me if I ask.
Yes, I would play it with Sarah if she asked. And I would play it again. This is not a game I would want to play often.
Right. Because Mark's just not a fan of abstract games.
No.
I've got to say, it's not a game I would want to play often either. It's not my favorite abstract game. But if somebody wanted me to bring it to game night, pulled it off the shelf, I would be more than happy to play it with them. So I liked the game. I thought it was really fun. Again, I had mentioned earlier that there's a little bit of a bite in some decisions and some strategy to it. So it gave me enough to keep coming back. So I would recommend this game if you like abstract. And it is unique enough that I think it definitely holds its own.
And I would not recommend this game if you're not a fan of abstracts. There you go. So that is Mezen board game from Arcane Wonders. See you next time. Have fun playing games. Bye-bye.
Bye.